Someone smart said it right, it's the golden rule. Multiple income streams, that's what keeps you cool. The trading game is best learned when you get in the ring. Every trade's a battle and preparation's the key to everything. To everything. So welcome to JC's world, where the futures get fun. The truth about prop firms under the morning sun. Join me live, let's trade the NASDAQ ticker and Q. Break down the market moves, me and you. I'll share my strategy, the wins and all the pain. Unfiltered, real time, through the sun and through the rain. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, there's a spot for you. Honest takes live action and prop firm drama too. So welcome to JC's world, where the futures get fun. The truth about prop firms under the morning sun. Join me live, let's trade the NASDAQ ticker and Q. Break down the market moves, me and you. Daily live streams, future strategy on fire. Prop firm updates, taking you higher and higher and higher. Community insights, that's the final key. Learning, growing, leveling up for all of us to see. So come on in and let's get it done. It's not financial advice, but a journey for everyone. Real trader talk, yeah, that's the real one. So welcome to JC's world.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm back. Good morning. Good morning, Vincent and Ella. Good morning. Good morning, HR. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening to everyone on the other side of the ocean. Happy Tuesday. Let's get it. Yesterday, I woke up late. I did trade the open, but I literally woke up right before the open and figured I'd probably confuse myself if I started to set everything up for streaming. So we're back today. I did trade last night on the live stream. I caught a nice little trade. So we're coming in with about right under 500 bucks in the green from last night. See if we can add to that or keep the losses to a minimum today. A nasty NASDAQ. We did have some news last night with Trump firing the Fed governor, Lisa, I believe it's Lisa Cook. That seemed to move the market last night. So let's take a look at today's potential news. Here we go. We have news. We had news at 5:30. Again, my times are 3 hours behind New York Eastern. So I live stream from Arizona, 3 hours behind. So my times on the charts, and here are Arizona time. Let's see what we got here. So we have 9 a.m. This happened already. Price index, consumer confidence at 10 a.m. And that is a red folder event. All right, so we got 10 a.m. Let me set an alarm for 10 a.m. then, so I'm flat. Give me a second, guys. All right, so 10 a.m. news today. That is a red folder event, so we do have some movements there. And we have bonds a little later, but hopefully I'm out of here by then. That's what we got in terms of news. Like I said, the market did move last night. We had some news on Trump firing. Go to CNBC real quick. So pretty much everything is down across the board. Oil, NASDAQ Futures, S&P Futures, and Dow Futures. And this was the catalyst last night. Trump firing Lisa Cook, or the Fed governor. However, she's saying, well, you're not my boss. You can't fire me. So that's what we're waking up to. She says he has no authority to do so. So we'll see the back and forth today. I'm assuming Trump will comment on this later, probably confirming that she's fired and she's out, or talking about how he's going to start a legal challenge to fire her. So we may have more news on this today. See if there's anything else interesting here. Tuesday's biggest catalyst: NVIDIA, Tesla, Netflix, AMD, American Eagle, Salesforce, and more. Meta is in the headlines, but I think this is going to be the potential for a tweet or something today on this whole Trump firing Fed Governor Lisa Cook. It moved the market last night. They didn't hold, but we'll see. So potential news drop or continuation of the news on that. Good morning, Nicolas Gomez, Julian, Jeff Welch. Thank you. Appreciate it. That tune was actually made by one of our viewers. Sent it over on Discord. So T. Cooper, good morning. You guys ready for some chop today? Yes, indeed. So the question now is, we had that drop yesterday during the New York session. Will there be continuation to that in addition to the whole news around the Fed governor being fired? She's saying Trump can't fire her. Are we going to have further downside today around the original play from last night, or are we going to start establishing a higher low on the higher time frames? It's the big question of the day. All right, guys, let me get some water and I'll be right back. So that's what we're looking at. Probably a quick move to yesterday's close, settlement up here, overnight highs. We are still in that range from last night. This was the trade from last night. I talked about this overnight range. We didn't break out to the upside or to the downside. We still stayed in that range throughout the night. So let's see what happens here. We're going to continue. Let me adjust this a little bit. Go. That's the overnight range. So I think right now we're in that upper quadrant. Potential move, the gap fill right there at yesterday's close. Question is, are we going to have continuation to the upside from there or take another pullback to test some of these lows, some of this area down here before we bounce, or continuation to the downside? So there's a couple of paths for this morning's trade. T. Cooper, choppy, that's what the options say. Nicolas Gomez, let's eat those greens. Yeah, let's try to capture a green day. I'm coming in the green from last night, so hopefully I can add to it or not give too much of it back. Mike Milan, good morning, everyone. So that is the game plan. We do have 10 a.m. news, consumer confidence at 10 a.m. Again, my times are 3 hours behind New York Eastern, so consumer confidence at 10 a.m. I'll be flat around that time. Let's see what we get. 9 minutes for the casino to open, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Potential push up to these areas. And the question up here is, are they going to continue right off the bat? In other words, bull rally right off the open, or potential pullback back to test some of these levels down here for the potential bounce or continuation to the downside. Those are the paths I'm looking for today. ES does look like it's in a stronger bullish movement to the upside, whereas NQ is kind of lagging. So we'll see. Good morning to everyone. We got 7 minutes, 7 minutes to the open. Which way will nasty NASDAQ go? And will we get a directional day or a chop fest as usual? Let's find out. All right, 7 minutes, 7 minutes to the open. Again, we got 10 a.m. news, so I've got an alarm for that. I'll be flat for the news. Got a couple of options in terms of the direction. Let's see which way she goes. All right, I think in terms of path, I have an idea, but we'll see if nasty NASDAQ behaves. Good morning to everyone. If you haven't done so, help me out with the YouTube algo. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. Doing this every day, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. And we got 5 minutes. I guess the big question today is what's going to happen to Fed Governor Lisa Cook. Trump has announced he's firing her, or fired her last night. But today we wake up and she's saying, "You're not my boss. You can't fire me. You don't have authority to fire me." So I'm sure there'll be comments on that today. Trump either insisting he does have authority and saying goodbye, or Trump starting a legal challenge and asking to fire her, period. So we'll see. WCJ, I have trending to upside. I'm hoping for a good pop at open. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm watching for, is that pop for touching yesterday's close or settlement. And we'll see. Don Montclair, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. All right, casino opens in 4 minutes. Potential quick move to the upside for that gap fill. And then the question is, what happens up there? Are we going to continue to the upside or take some type of pullback, or either continuation to the downside or continue the bounce? Mike Balan, I'm thinking down at open. Yeah, there's a couple paths, so it's going to be a little tricky today. Not getting caught on some of those extreme highs and lows as we see price action. So overnight low after the Lisa Cook news is all the way down at 370. So there's range in this move in either direction. Trick is being patient, trying not to capture it with the wrong timing and get trapped. Super Earthman, good morning, brother. Yep, another day. Let's do it. Win, lose, or draw. Let's try to get some green today. All right. Casino opens in 2 minutes. Again, we have 10 a.m. news today. Consumer Price Index. We do have news today at 10 a.m. Consumer confidence, I'm sorry. And obviously we have the news around the Fed governor. I'm sure there'll be tweets today that could possibly move the market in terms of Trump saying, "No, you're gone." And Lisa Cook right now saying that Trump can't fire her, even though he fired her last night. She's saying she's not leaving. We'll see. We'll see how all that plays out. All right, good morning to everyone. 45 seconds for nasty NASDAQ casino to open. Good luck. Try to capture some green. If it's going to be a red day, let's try to keep it to a minimum. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Casino is officially open. Here they go. Official move up probably for that previous day close area. And they push out of this range. Struggling to push out of the top of the range for now. King Caesar's in the house. All right, there goes the trap. They pushed it hard there. That was a nice little trap for shorts right there. And let's see what they do up here. Around previous day close and overnight high. Just hit that pivot point. See how much they're going to exaggerate the move to the upside. Starting to lose momentum up there. And here they go. Just tapped overnight high there. King Caesar taking some quick scalps. They keep pushing here. All right, 510. Pivot point is at 520. Let's see what happens up there. There they go. I'm gonna take a little short here, probably 520, 530 as my max out. Fading overnight high. Not liking it. So out on that one. Let me just make sure Tradesyncer is out. Yep, all my accounts on Tradesyncer is out. I was looking for a stronger push, not risking it. Let's see how far up we go. 520 is the next stop. They're playing this push up a little tricky. Have to wait now. And there's the short that I was looking for, but they played it. Now I'm going to let that one go, and we'll see if we can get another setup on this. All right, they just tapped the 9 EMA. See if they can push up. Otherwise, there might be a short here. Choppy. Peter Chan, good morning. Good morning. All right, they seem to be struggling at these levels. Let's see if they can push up, or are we going to get the flush that I was originally looking for? Ooh, there is the flush. All right, missed that one. Choppy for sure. There's the short that I was looking for originally. Coulda, coulda, woulda. All right, let's see if they bounce it at the top of that range. In other words, that was the breakout area. Is it a true breakout, or are they coming back into the overnight range to test some of these lows? All right, selling pressure building. Looks like they're going after some lows. And remember, we got news at 10 a.m. Super Earthman, I got your short. I held on. Nice, Super Earthman. All right, here they go back up. Super Earthman, trust your gut. Yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I didn't like the price action. It happens. We'll look for the next one. All right, now the question is, can they get out of this overnight range? They popped it originally. It came back down and tested it. Now they're popping it back up here. Let's see if they can get it now. Well, let's see if they can push it all the way back up there. Again, testing yesterday's close, overnight high, the pivot point up there. Looks like the bulls are making their move now. again, 50 points up, 50 points down. And they push above that overnight high. There they go. Deep recovery on that push down, and now it looks like they're making a move. 520, I guess, would be the next stop for that pivot point up there. There they go. Just tap the pivot point. Shorting that again. And again, not liking it. But we scalped a little bit of it. It's too choppy. All right, and there they go again. Are they going to bring it back all the way back down again? It's a chop fest. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to do it a third time. Wow, and they're bringing it back right back down. As the NASDAQ chop. All right, we got 10 a.m. news. We got the 15-minute opening range breakout about to be established. King Caesar is done. Nicely done, brother. King Caesar, smart man. If you got your green, walk out, brother. So far attempted 2, didn't like the price action. It was a little too choppy. Both of those shorts have played out in the long run. So let's see if we can capture finally the right move here. Wow, look at that one. Chop, chop, chop. Of course, this is in hindsight, so. All right, so again, we touched that 200 SMA, testing the breakout level, and again bouncing. Still tricky though. Still tricky price action. Let's see if we bounce again here. That would be the third V up, V down. Looking like it's only a matter of time before it comes into that range and hunts for those lows, the overnight lows. Way too choppy to short it down here. There it goes. So far, 50 points up, 50 points down, 50 points up. Ooh, look at that. Okay, 15-minute opening range breakout right there. Are they going to bounce it or continue? All right, I'm going to play the 15-minute opening range breakout here to the downside. Very tight. And again, not liking it. But we've got some nice little scalps there up. It's not liking this price action. Way too choppy. So 3 scalps up for sure, but not getting the move I want just yet. Super Welch, Jeff Welch. I was trapped in a bad short, just got out in profit. Nice. All right. All right, so I think they're trying to build this short, flushing out of this level. The problem is it's very choppy. You got to hold. You got to hold. It's not my typical continuation play, so we'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Still in the green, but messy scalps for now. There it is. Then they push it down. You got to absorb 20, 30 points on drawdown here. Not interested in. All right, there it is. Now they're flushing it back down to test those levels. And pivot point at that 420 area, that could be a good bounce. But I'm going to be a little patient now. It is choppy. See profit, take profit. All right, 10 a.m. news in 10 minutes. See what that does. So far, choppy. Not liking the chop. I've attempted to short it 3 times now. Today was a game of holding through the chop, but not something I'm interested playing the open. I'd rather see profit, take profit for now until we get a directional play. All right, so bouncing at the bottom of that range. We talked about that. Now let's see if this is the final move to the upside or further chop. Today is don't overstay your welcome. 3-4 minutes and direction change. All right, they're back to the 200 SMA. The 200 SMA was providing support for the first part of the open. Now is it going to flip for resistance where it comes right back down at this area? If they're able to push all the way back up to overnight high, then you got to break out to the upside. If this is the top of this movement, then we'll start seeing this fade to the downside. WCJ, I'm in long there, so I'm praying. Well, it looks like they're bouncing it, so I think you're good. News in 9 minutes. So if they can't push up above the overnight range, the top of that box, then they're starting to build a move to the downside. They can't go back up to those overnight high and previous day close. This is a move to the downside. The tricky part is the entry. News in 8 minutes. Super Earthman hit his daily profit target. Nicely done, sir. I'm going to be off or flat until after the news. I came in with some green, so I've been scalping it here, but still haven't caught the move that I've been looking for. Funny thing is, every short was a good play had I held for another minute or two. But it's the open. It's pretty choppy as it is. Okay, there they go. Now they're pushing. And nasty price action. So far up 674 across accounts, but big part of that came in from the overnight, from last night's session. So we'll see what I'll do with this chop. So far, it's been see profit, take profit. All right, they're coming back up for that pivot point. So right now they did a pivot point to pivot point play, 420 to potentially 520 on this move up. Let's see what happens up there. Super Earthman, nicely done, brother. That's the way to do it. Lock in the profits and run for the hills. All right, are they going to bring it right back down here? Damn, look at that 15-minute candle. What a wick. 15-minute candle is a 60-point wick, at least for now, with 4 minutes to go. That's showing some strength to the upside. All right, now they're going for the 50-minute opening range breakout to the upside. It did the bottom of that opening range. Are they going to pop it now at the top? All right, range bound, just going up and down in that range right there. All right, that's my alarm for 10 a.m. news. News in 4 minutes. I'll be flat until after the news. Choppy open. News in 2 minutes. See what that does, and I got to decide whether I'm done for the day or try to capture another one. I'm up. Technically, a lot of the green that I have came in from the overnight session, but green is green. King Caesar, bro, you said you were done. Stick to the plan. You're done, brother. Turn it off. Breakfast watching. All right. News in 40 seconds, 45 seconds. News in 30 seconds. Look at that 15-minute candle, the wick on that. Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right, news in 5 seconds. 1, here we go. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna blast up. Gonna blast. Rocket to the upside. And maybe not. All right, so that was a red folder event. Not much going on. Let's give it a minute or two. In terms of the news, consumer confidence, the forecast was 96.5. It came in at 97.4. Previous was 97.2, so slowly creeping up in terms of numbers for consumer confidence. However, in terms of price action, not much going on yet. All right, well, like I said, I attempted three trades, didn't hold because of the chop. See profit, take profit, and I'm up. But we'll see if we get any direction here. Otherwise, I could be done. Just walk out with the profit at this chop. maybe do the dirty and just call it a day. For a couple of reasons. I had 3 trades that had I held, I would have made a lot of money. So maybe today, just not my day. Not reading it right. And I'm what, 674 in the green across all accounts, with last night's trading factored in. So maybe that's it. Take that green and walk out. But I'll watch. Let's see if we get any direction. So far it's just chop, see profit, take profit. Simple and easy cooking channel. Man, that sounds right about good right now for breakfast. Simple and easy cooking channel. Good morning and thank you for tuning in. Good morning to everyone. If you're new to the stream, enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Help me out with the YouTube algo. Today we're in the green, 674 bucks across each account. But it was some nasty chop. And I'm trying to decide if today's just not my day and walk out. Simple and easy cooking channel. New to this, do you teach? I don't teach. I do trade every morning that you can watch, and I trade futures, NQ futures. We are looking into Discord coaching sessions for free, but that's really not happening right now. So, I guess. Short answer is no, I don't teach, I don't sell Discord memberships, I don't sell courses, none of that. I just trade live every day. Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern for the New York session, and I also do the Asia session, the late night Asia at 9:15 p.m. Eastern. So far today, like I said, we're in the green, but some ugly trading for sure. Probably not my day because of this volatility, so I may take that 674 that I'm in the green so far per account. I am copy trading with Tradesyncer and Ale. Sometimes you got to accept you're not in sync. And today, although I'm in the green, I haven't taken a red trade or a loss yet. Not feeling that I'm in sync with the price action. And sometimes you're better off ailing. Still a nice green, nothing to be ashamed of with some nasty trading though. All right, let's see what happens here. Overnight high, I'm still short biased. I've shorted it 3 times. The price action I didn't like, but I'm still short biased on this. Now, if they push above that pivot point at 520 with confidence, then I guess we do have a move to the upside, and I'll flip my bias. But so far, unconvincing yet on the move up. It's a small range. It's a forgiving range. It's a 55-point range that we're in. Super Earthman 674 is great. Take it and stop. Probably not a good thing to do for our live stream, but what's more important, your stream or your trading success? Choice is yours. Choose wisely. Yeah, no, I'm not going to cut the stream yet. I'm still going to continue here. We'll see. I'm looking at this point for a directional trade. So far, it's still chop. So we'll see if I take a 4th. Technically, I should be done. 3 trades, although all of them are in the green. Not the best trading. I'll have to watch the replay of this and see what happened. But it does happen. Sometimes you have the right. Sometimes you're in sync with the market, sometimes you're not. And although I'm in the green today, I would call today a non-sync day. Sometimes it's best to walk out. Nothing wrong with that. We're going to hang out for a little longer. Let's see if there is any directional play. Looks like all it is a range today. Super Earthman, yeah. For now, 3 trades, and I gotta wait. Now, if I'm gonna take a 4th trade, is choppy for sure. Gonna have to absorb some drawdown, but it's a forgiving range, 55 points. Even if you're really wrong, still think somebody mentioned that they held through some of the chop and walked out in a green. So we'll see. Looks like it's just a range day though. At least for now, it's a 50-point range. They're playing it up and down. Well, in the meantime, while I figure out what's next, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. Help me out with the YouTube algo. We'll be back tomorrow for all of you that do the New York session, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And I'm doing the evening, the Asia session, 9:15 p.m. Earthman, what's your plans today afterwards? Not much planned. Gotta run some errands, go to the gym for a little bit, and come back for the Asia tonight. All right, the range is still alive. This is just playing that 50-point range up and down. See if it breaks. If it doesn't, then I'm not interested. How about you, Super Earthman? What's the plan? You got your nice trade of the day. You walked out with some green. What's going on with you for the rest of the day? Simple and easy cooking channel. All my trades are live. Do you tell when to enter and exit trades? So I don't want the channel to be a signals channel. You shouldn't copy trade me or any trader out there because you're really not going to learn if you're simply watching the stream to know when to enter, when to exit. But I do trade live, so you will see my entries. You'll see my thinking, or I'll mention why I'm entering there and where I exit. But again, I wouldn't look at it as a signals channel because sure, you might copy me or copy somebody else, but then you're going to rely on a streamer or streamers for your entries and exits. What you want to do is try to watch any streamer, whether it's myself or anybody, and understand how they trade. Like, why are they entering? Why are they shorting? Why are they longing? Why are they exiting? So that you build your strategy. Otherwise, what you don't want to do in trading is depend on a streamer or a Discord or anybody, because then you're really not learning, right? But yes, I do enter and exit live. You probably missed the open, which is when I entered on 3 trades already. But again, it's not, the purpose of the channel is not to become a signals channel or, hey, watch me and copy trade me or copy my trades. You really won't learn that way. And you won't learn with me or other streamers. I used to watch a lot of YouTubers and streamers, and I never took their trades. What I did was I watched their strategy. I listened to why they enter here, why they exit, what levels or what strategy they use, whether it's ICT, momentum trading, price action trading. I would highly discourage copy trading any YouTuber, including myself, because then you rely on just that. All right, we're still in this range, but yes, tomorrow, simple and easy cooking. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m., and you'll see, again, the execution live, win, lose, or draw. I don't hide it. We've had some nice green days. We've had some brutal red days. All right, here we go. They're going after that pivot point, 520, sorry. Let's see if they can exaggerate a pump out of that. They've been building it for some time. Here's the opening range breakout. There they go. Now, is this a trap, or are they really going to push out of that 15-minute opening range breakout? Orb traders are getting excited. And simple and easy cooking channel. The stream starts at 9:15 a.m. Eastern, 15 minutes before the open, and I usually trade the first half hour, 1 hour of the open, and done. Today we're walking out in the green, but it was not pretty trading. But it's also been not pretty price action, so I'm okay with it. All right, they're still playing that ascending channel that you're seeing built there. Let's see if they can. Again, I'm still short biased. I'm still waiting for the flush for the downside. That's the third attempt at that pivot point. We had 1, 2, and now 3 attempts at that pivot point, and they failed. This one's a bigger failure, but chop. Peter Chan, 6 points on the break of opening range. Nice. It's a choppy open today for sure. Let's see if we get any direction. I'll hang out. I'd like to see if we finally get direction. I'll hop on direction, but at this point, I took the chop trades. Now we wait for direction. T. Cooper failed stop run like last night. Yeah, that's why we're not out of this overnight range. If we go back to last night's trading, where were my trades? We're still in this area. We still haven't really popped out with direction. We've popped out with chop. I don't know if that's called direction yet. Let's wait for that directional play, either to the upside or we finally get this flush right back down. I'm short biased, but only short bias based on this chop up here. They haven't been able to directionally move it to the upside. And that may be all the action we get for today. A forgiving 55-point range. So I don't think we're going to hear a lot of blown accounts today. Probably some losses or holding, hoping for it to come back. And so far, a forgiving range. Peter Chan, I like when trades close in 2 seconds. Yeah, it's today was definitely the day for quick, small scalps. The longer holds were a little risky, but now in hindsight, holding paid a little today through the chop. And now we're still in that chop range. King Caesar, smash that like. Yeah, if you're new to the stream or enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. It does help me out with the YouTube algo. We're doing it every day, Monday through Friday. Win, lose, or draw, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. And for the late Asia session, 9:15 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And it's not going anywhere. Let's take a look at Trump tweets. Has there been anything in terms of news around the Fed governor? Let me take a look at CNBC. All right, everything's green again. The Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, and the VIX, everything back to green. And Trump tells Fed's cook she's fired. She says he has no authority to do so. So we're waiting to hear how that plays out. And why Trump's Fed takeover attempt isn't rocking the stock market yet. Did move the market last night, but if she's saying you can't fire me, you're not my boss, we'll see how that plays out today. All right, Chop Fest continues. I'm not interested until we get some type of direction on this. And again, struggling up here at this pivot point. This would be the 5th attempt now to push above this. Are they finally going to push above that pivot point? It's looking like that. There they go. Now they're pushing above that pivot point. This is the directional play we're waiting for, or another trap. And if they bring this back down, they're doing it dirty. I would hope this is finally the move for the bulls for continuation to the upside. If they flush it here, they're doing this dirty. I don't think they're going to flush, but. All right, here they go. Drewski, good morning. Passive income. Hey, JC, curious why you trade the New York AM and Asia Open instead of New York PM. I'm assuming you mean New York PM as the afternoon. Usually I only trade for an hour or two during the New York Open. I don't want to be stuck to the charts all day. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. When I trade the Asia, it's 9:15 p.m. Eastern, which is really 6:15 for me, 6:15 p.m. But my main trading session is New York. Wow, they did fake that. They did fake that breakout. Wow. All right, so they trapped again. Yeah, passive income. The main reason I don't trade the afternoon New York is I refuse to be tied to day trading. In other words, I'll trade the first hour or two and I'm done. I literally say I'm done. I close and I go to the gym and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I've added the Asia session recently, but I didn't trade the Asia session haven't traded the Asia session consistently for years. Asia is more of something I added very recently. I'm liking it. It's a different style, different strategy for late night. But I like to be done within the first hour or two. And I walk away. All right, so they're hinting at this breakout. Can they do it? Or are they topping it, and then pull it back? Super Earthman, no plans for today, just chill. Hey man, nothing wrong with that. You got your trading, you walked out in the green, similar to me. Although it wasn't nice trading today, it was ugly trading for me, at least on the New York session. Still walking out in the green. Green is green, 680 something or 670 something per account, and locking it in. Enjoy the rest of the day, and that's the answer to passive income. I'd rather lock the profit and bail. Usually the afternoon session, you got a lot more chop, and I stay away. Brewski up 18.95 for the day. Nicely done. Matt, I was able to scalp some trades and left in the green today. Way too choppy for me. Same, man. Like I said, I've walked out with green, but I got to tell you, it wasn't pretty trading. And at the same time, it hasn't been pretty price action either. I think we're going to get a directional play right now if they pop it above this. But yeah, I'm giving up based on this chop and just walk away with the profit. See profit, take profit. All right, looks like they're making their move now. That is the breakout of that 50-minute opening range finally. That's the opening range breakout play. Right now, there are 20 points out. I'm letting that one go. But I think that's the directional play finally playing out. And there it goes. It is looking like a breakout. 600 potentially on this move. It's choppy. Well, now it's starting to look directional now. That's a nice 5-minute candle, boner candle right there. That chop, man. No continuation on these plays. I just absorb chop, which I hate. Brewski's in for 5 points. And of course, they're going to chop it. So you got the nice pop up and they chop. You just got to hold through that drawdown, which I'm not interested today. Oh. Again, if they flush this right back down, that's my indicator. It ain't worth it today. Every move is being tested, drawdown, upside, downside. Pushing, tempting to push. Brewski, got your 5 points. Nicely done. I think at this point, they're pushing this up. I think there's more to this move to the upside now. Brewski, 2180 for the day, man. You've had a hell of a day. Nicely done. All right, so it looks like they're stair-stepping it up, building that ascending channel to the upside until they flush it right back down with the chop. Way too choppy. Drewski is waiting for the 5-minute Hakanashi candles to clean break above the top war, going for 10. You and Peter Chan got to talk. You guys are both Hakanashi candles, Hakanashi candle traders. All right, they're stair-stepping it for sure now. Again, until they crap and flush this back down. But so far, it looks good. Super Earthman, I do hike. Oh, 3 of you doing Hakanashi candles. And are they going to flush it right back down here? Wow. Testing that 9 EMA that's been providing support. I would think if they flush it here, then it's going to be a stronger pullback. If they bounce the 9 EMA, then further upside. Drewski, clean break on the 5-minute, waiting for this candle to close before entering into a 10-point move. And a little bit of consolidation up here for the next potential move to the upside. Super Earthman sharing some solid advice to Drewski. Take the profit and stop, brother. Passive income. Put a buy limit at the FVG breakout at 28.50. And there it goes. I was tempted to put a limit order at 547.25. Letting that one go. Ooh, I was a little trapped there. Drewski, killing it today, brother. Nicely done. Well, a couple of you guys are all green. I'm green. I mean, not that I'm not in the green, but looks like everybody's had a nice little play. I was tempted to play the break of this 547 number right there, and that was a trap. One tick. So anybody who put that order in there for that breakout, you got trapped with one tick. Hopefully it's just a slight little pullback. Ooh, no, that's looking like a trap. That was a trap. They continue this flush. That was a brutal. Yep, that's a trap. All right. Well, I think a lot of us are in the green today. I know Caesar's in the green, Super Earthman in the green, Drewski in the green. Peter Chan got his 2-second trade in the green. So nicely done, guys. And the funny thing is everybody's doing a different trade, different strategy, but everyone's in the green, and that's how trading works. It's not getting direction yet, guys. As long as we're chopping like this, I'm protecting profits. Like I said, I'm nicely in the green so far across all accounts. There's no reason to trade the chop. Trade the chop during the open. Today got unlucky with timing, but still in the green. Just not pushing my luck. Super Earthman, good vibes today. Nice stream. JC, appreciate you, Earthman. And it's good to see you again, Earthman. You were hope everything was okay. I hadn't seen you in a while, but as always, good to see you, brother. Thank you for tuning in and locking that profit. Walk away, brother, because that's what I'm doing. Passive income, limit order taken, aiming for 616, but I'm new, so don't listen to me for advice. So far, that was a trap on the breakout of that 5-minute candle. They continue to flush this, and we're in for a bigger pullback here. Probably to test the pivot point down at 520. Still choppy. Who was the FVG player? I think Passive Income. They just tested your FVG, right? That little push down here tested the top of the FVG and bounced it right there. Now, let's see if this is finally the breakout. This consolidation. Oh, yeah. Super Earthman, everything is okay. You're welcome anytime, brother. But I get it. Hop around. All right, here we go. They're starting to break the bottom of that little consolidation area. So although I don't trade FVGs, I do watch them. Take a look at what passive income entries around FVGs. We came down and tested the top of that FVG, both the 5-minute and the 15-minute. Well, let's see what happens up there. Looks like we're taking a pullback now. Jesse James, good to see you, brother. Good morning. Looks like you got a nice sleep. All right, so they teased that breakout, and they trapped twice up there. Now let's see if it's going to be a pullback all the way down to pivot point. Brewski, I'm taking my 2180 and running. Got to check my 2 vending machines. Refill day. All right, man. Nice day. Nice day for you. And good business. I came close to getting into a vending machine venture. So those machines are a lot more profitable than people think. So that's a good way, man. You got your vending machines, day trading. That's the game. Multiple revenue streams. I get the question a lot. Hey, are you a full-time day trader? I'm like, day trading is a part of my income. It's one of the revenue streams. But there's definitely other things, including real estate and some Airbnb income. I truly believe in multiple revenue streams versus just focusing on one. And it goes back to, I forgot who asked me earlier, why don't you trade the afternoon New York session? It's exactly because of that. I want to keep day trading to 2 hours max during the open and enjoy the rest of the day. Do the other things that I do for work. Catch up with other stuff, family, and all that good stuff. So I don't think it'll ever be a full-time thing. In other words, I can't see myself truly day trading the entire New York session. For me, it's an hour, 2 hours if I'm struggling. But if I could keep it to an hour today, pretty quick. I was done within the first half hour. Not pretty trading, but done. That's the way I like to keep it. All right. Either way, it's a choppy move up, choppy move down. Drewski, I want to enter along here. The pivot point bounce again. Yeah, 520. I think I'm off for now. I'm staying out of it. Super Earthman, you're out too. Go enjoy your day. Maybe see you tomorrow. All right, man. We'll see you when you can. Appreciate you tuning in. Drew Longden and got 5 points there. Nicely done. All right, guys. Well, if you're new to the stream, help me out with the YouTube algo. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. Choppy day. Still walked out in the green with some ugly trading, I'd say, for New York. We had a nice little trade last night during Asia. And I think I'm walking out with, what, 674. Let me check Tradesyncer. Yep, 674 across. Well, 670, 660 across all accounts with some of the slippage on Tradesyncer. But I'm okay with that. Green is green. And with a chop fest like today, it's see profit, take profit. And Drewski, 2465 in the green. Nicely done. Jesse James, good to see you. Looks like you overslept, which is good. Or just busy. All right, here's where we decide. Is this thing going to push up or They're going to bounce here at the pivot point, or now we're finally going to get the move to the downside that I've been waiting for. But still chop. VicMed 4K green for the day. Nice. Drewski is long again, playing that bounce again. All right, guys, I'm going to lock it in for the day. Green is green and walking out. Too choppy. It's continuing to be choppy. Maybe there's a directional play later this afternoon, but I'll be enjoying my day versus trading it. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I do this every morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And I do the Asia as well, 9:15 p.m. So you get to choose 9:15 a.m. Eastern or 9:15 p.m. Lemonhead, good to see you, brother. Peter Chan, T. Cooper, Jesse, Drewski, VicMed, everybody who tuned in. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.